picks its victims fastidiously, and the same principle always draws it back to whoever tries to oppose it. Surprisingly, we've yet to hear a single word from the powers that be.
I don't know who H. Orf is. I kind of want to play OG Silent Hill, because I've also never played the first Silent Hill either. I've played Silent Hill 2, though. Them children are kind of creepy. You know that model? Don't be bullying kids. Now that's mean. Okay, that hair is kind of messed up. I only like Silent Hill 3. Oh, really? I've played Downpour. Downpour's pretty cool. I've played 2 and 3, and it's mainly because of the PS3. It's a lot of detail on that dude's arm. I think this one, you definitely want to use mouse and keyboard, because I think it's point and click where you talk to people, so, oh my.
It's all about trickery to you?
Just throw me in the middle.
No.
Oh, I need subtitles, hold up. Let's see, where's the subtitles at? Audio, master volume. Is there not subtitles? Hold up. Do I need to... No, I think I just got back to the beginning of the game. Hold up. Dang, I boned myself. I don't see subtitles, I guess continue.
Test trickery, but if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly
2, 3, and Book of Memories are all I played.
It's
I want to
stuck.
play the Fragile Dreams on
So
the...
it's not
Fragile
real
Dreams.
for now?
Oh, shit.
I don't think it has started
Shattered
yet.
Memories on the
Does it
Wii.
matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform.
Excuse me? Is this who I pick who I want to play? I'm kind of surprised. Bachelor, the history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have... This music is very intense. That have demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt the pettiness of human achievement and the triumph of the invincible evil. Outbreaks of infectious disease that have from time to time wiped down in cities off-map are undoubtedly among these. However smart and virtuous, the people caught up in these destructive events have repeatedly come to the conclusion that it's no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. The story of a person who's managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe. Harspec? I hope I'm saying that right. How do they call upon the Mincu, the faithful of a Wardenkin? Hold up, I thought I saw something. Shattered is the reimagining of the first game. For they are butchers known by their eyes, for they are surgeons, they who follow the lines, they who are the leaders of the kin. This is all but riddles. They who speak to whatever. What is a... That's a good question, I don't know. I haven't looked up in a dictionary for that word. I stopped reading his because his just got very... It sounded very poetry. I'm like, I don't friggin' know. Sea is confused by his path, gets buried into the deep black flesh of the earth. This is the story of a person who has avoided the contradiction, eager to rip a doomed life apart. Masterful. Process. This character's only unlocked after you finish the bachelors or the... So... I have to pre-boost. I guess I'll start with you.
Daniil Dankovsky, a bachelor of medicine, was brought here by circumstances most unfortunate. Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the sign of divine providence. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement. Late at night, Bachelor arrives in the town. As he seeks room and board, he gets to know a girl called Eva Yan and stays at her place till dawn.
I guess that's me. Do about something today at work you may appreciate. Oh, cool. What did you buy? I'm assuming collectibles would be the best place to post in the Discord. Yeah, it would be. Everyone has their mouse open, like constant loading the world. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon Kane, who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, I can't talk, may shake the very foundation of modern thanatology and challenge the existent notions of death itself. However, even if this undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the most fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interest for... What does that mean? That's a big-ass fucking word. For 10... It would be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. I'm gonna have to look up what that word means because I have no flipping clue. That would fit. Oh, it is. I just misspelled it. Okay, today's quest. Other tasks. Well, I guess that's my mission, is to fuck with this dude. I got the Sonic head at work a few weeks ago due to it finally going on clearance. Nice. Day 1, by the end of which the Bachelor finds himself battling a truly unvanquishable foe. Is that like a disease? I hope E is how I pick things up and do stuff. Okay, cool. I'm smart. Let's see. Is that what time it is? I don't know what I'm doing though. Weapons? What is that? Clothes, drugs. I got all the drugs. Look at that. I hate that the music just kind of like suddenly stopped. Health, immunity, hunger, exhaustion, and infection. Well, I don't think I need to sleep right now. I just got up. Or I assume I just got up, so. That didn't really tell me anything. Is this just like a drawer? I love older games. They just throw you into shit. I don't know what I'm doing. I assumed this guy was the tutorial, and that's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh man, that's a lot of stairs. Hold up. I hope I don't need to save. Is this one of those games where you have to save constantly? Like the first Alone in the Dark, I had to keep doing that. Can I read? Oh god, she scared me. She was like a mental jump scare. That looks like an anime character. He's like, my love. Yeah, this looks like something I would see like in a manga. Older games and their cryptic shit.
I had a feeling you would come.
Your picture looks different than you. And why you face be doing that? Did the sounds from the outside wake you up too? There was a terrible groan and then something snapped loudly. No, I heard nothing. I fell asleep so quickly I didn't even notice. It's like I fainted. So what sounds are you talking about? I think there are strangers in the backyard by the pond. They're unlikely to be planning mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. I'm afraid to go out to them. I hope they go away soon and stop disturbing her sleep. I'd like to thank you for your hospitality for board and bed. Why do you think they aren't planning anything? Well, sincerely hope you have everything you need. Her hair is like so much shorter than what it is in this picture. Wow. I sincerely hope you have everything you need. It's because I'm very happy to have you here. Danielle, is it? Could you please tell me where your ruler Simon Kane lives? How do you know who I am? Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a dreadful old man? Even if he is a sorcerer, that sounds so sad, but Simon won't go anywhere. He'll always be, even if the moon were to fall to the ground. Please stay with me a little longer. Simon is a sorcerer. I couldn't even imagine the hospitality here, but who was waiting for me? I didn't notify. Are you that much? Do come around. The kids are asleep now. Take your knockabout coat off. Have a rest of my bed. Let me warm your hands. You're so anxious. No, so that's the enemy you chosen for yourself. Isn't it hard? I don't think anyone has managed to defeat that evil yet. Millions of doctors defeated on a singular occasion, but my enemy is more fearsome. It is death itself rather than a singular case of death. This sounds very deep. Show me where Simon lives. Let's see. I get riddles within riddles, but anywho. Simon has two younger brothers. The eldest of the two is Georgie, is called the judge by the locals. Visit him first. He isn't asleep. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. The youngest of three is Victor's daughter, Maria. Also wanted to see you. It's probably important. I'll write this down just to be on the safe side. Okay, cool beans. Yes, she told me about it privately, talking to her. It's no simple test. Maria is that kind of person. She puts on airs, but that's just how the Canes are. It was Maria who told me that she would help you defeat death. That's the precise wording. What a coincidence. Alright, thank you for the advice. Call and I'll prepare everything for your turn to come back after you speak to the Canes. That'll probably do a lot of things. That'll puzzle you and put you on credit. I will have some advice that may be help to you if you need it. Okay, I'll come back. I'm unlikely to stay here for long. So, I don't actually like walk around the town, do I just click where I want to go? The fuck is that on your fucking face, my dude? Tragedian. Venerable Bachelor, please be so kind as to linger for a minute. This conversation won't take too much of your time, especially since time stops during dialogues, at least during the important ones, and our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know how to play after all, don't you? Play? What are you talking about, Mask Man? I'm neither a gambler nor an actor. Who are you? I'm poor tragedian, if you please, a victim of circumstances just like you. You're mistaken. I'm the director, the person in charge of the situation. I'm not a random actor. You look more like a comedian. I'll have time to talk to you. Sounds like this got meta right here, I think. Of course you aren't. You're a living, breathing man. It's evident from your conditions and status. You experience hunger, thirst, and fatigue. You suffer from pain, wounds, and diseases. You're so lifelike. You have to eat, drink, sleep, and rest, and to make mistakes, the latter being the most definitive of proof of my human nature. Wouldn't you agree? Let's see, if I may, I would like to point out just how important it is to keep an eye on your condition. If you get dizzy or naturally sluggish, do have it checked out. Vital processes tend to run faster during emergencies than in everyday life. I knew a person who died of stress but was diagnosed with starvation. I can testify to that as a doctor. Cut with the sun skin, sure, I can take care of myself. Trying to like read this really quickly. Make sure you don't get cheated. People can be quite brazen. You can also barter with folk. Some things may be nothing more than trinkets, but others will be willing to part with their life's blood for them. Blood. Same blood as my currency. I'll be like, alright, time to... Just kidding. Yes, blood. It's not my place to lecture you, but if following your Hippocratic oath you ever consider easing someone's pain, feel free to just approach them with a suitable drug. You'll see their pain receding before your very eyes. The sick fall asleep when they're close to recovery, don't they? Well, is that another thing I can talk to? Executor. Halt, I'm gonna have to teach you about the technicalities of the setting, the time and the place. It's not essential, but that's just how it is. The actor has to be prepared before he goes on stage, or else he'll fall down the aisle or stumble upon the prompt box. That would look mighty silly, wouldn't you agree? I'm saying actor. I'm a tragic mime show. That's unimportant. Will you listen to me or not? I am listening. Time flies by. It can't be stopped or turned back. Nights follow days, which are then followed by nights. Things happen without any regard for whether you're there to witness them. Don't expect anyone to wait for you. Most events can be missed. And so it makes sense for you to visit the places that you care about regularly. You'll find the people that will play major roles in your fate there. They stand out from the common folks. The rest are just a crowd shot, a background, a bunch of extras, as it always has been. Indeed, still, it's best to avoid hasty judgment. It's a paradox, you see. Don't try to care too much for the lives of these bound to stand out people, and don't be too dismissive of the silent crowd. Both extremes will end in tragedy. Why is that? Well, cares for your reputation, a fine and crucial instrument. Your reputation changes the world you see far as a mirror, wouldn't you agree? And so a bad can get you into a lot of trouble. For example, Do I need to describe? You've got a vivid imagination. Everything changes from mystical aspects to mundane things like the people you needed treating you badly, how many enemies you got, how the prices rise, how bad your dreams are, lots of things. Sorry, prospect, so how do I maintain my reputation? Really, that's not even a question, same as anywhere. Thou shalt not kill. For some reason I blanked out. It was like, thou shalt not, and then I read that, but anywho. Thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not betray, do not steal, do not covet, do not be an asshole. I mean, I guess that's important. Do not get caught. The rules are the same everywhere. True. These self-esteem, like risking something for thy neighbor or even a person who lives quite far away can help in a dire situation. I see. Really good for you then. As for me, I can't see anything in this mask. I have no idea what's going on. I'm sorry. I feel like that should be serious, but he's like, I can't see a damn thing in this mask at all. I feel like he was having some philosophical stuff with me. Anyway, don't get too worked up about human lives and don't put too much stock into other words, mine included. He who trusts everyone is asking to be deceived, definitely, yet he who trusts no one is deluded. I know that from experience. So, talk to important people, but also talk to non-important people. Gotcha, I think. And also, I guess, check my stats. Who you be? So, I guess he's not important? Maybe? Because here's his face, right? But then it's just whatever the fuck that is. Anything I can do for you? I'd be much obliged if you help me learn how to get around town. Tell me about the town hall. What is it? What the warehouse is? This address? I guess I'll ask all this information. There's more than one town here. The first one is called the Bull Project. The second one, the offspring of the project, is the districts. I mean, the residential part itself, not so long ago, the town also dropped anchor across the river, but I wouldn't go so far to call that part a district too. It's just the polyhedron. It's the industrial base of the town, the station, the warehouse, the works, and the abattoir all belong to it. I wouldn't recommend going there. It's not an appropriate place for a person from the capital. It's filthy there, and the stench, I say, it's not an appropriate place for anyone at all. Didn't think about going there anyway. Say, how come such a tiny town is divided into district? I hated beef for as long as I can remember. Well, it just sort of came that way. The Gullet and the Guzzle, the Glorcon's tributaries, divide the town into 3 parts. Each of them consists of many separate courtyards, so maybe that's the reason. And what are those parts? Let's see. Well, there's 2. Hoping none of it comes up today. The lower part adjacent to the abattoir is called Earth. The one between the Gullet and the Guzzle we call the Nuts. This is a lot of information to take in. I'm like, Guzzle, whatever this is. Let's see, Bridge Square, plus the Mistress Chambers, of course. I hope this is getting marked on my map. I hope map is M, because I was on the map, but then I guess I just need to keep going straight and talk to Maria. You're a dog. That looks like a bar. I don't know what that was up above. Oh, wrong button. Let's see. I guess go this way. Everything looks dead here. Let's see. Dry grass. It's that creepy painting. just another creepy painting. That's just a pretty lady, which that's a little bit more normal.
I'm feverish. What can it be?
You sound dead inside. You resemble an adventurer rather than a doctor. How is that you know me? Who are you? I'm an adventurer. Appearances can be deceiving. How is it that you know me? Saw you in a dream. Don't flatter yourself. My desires have nothing to do with that. I simply saw you take us all by the throat. What else did you see in that dream? I'll see you. I'll tell you when I think I can trust you. I hope that happens soon. You're an arrogant girl, aren't you?
The Saburovs' wait is over. They've always wanted an heir.
Have a lot to tell you, Bachelor Dankovsky, but I dare not until you meet my uncle Gregory. Otherwise, I'll rip my tongue out for disclosing a secret. Some strict morals your family has. They make much more sense than you may think. This is not a game, is it? I mean, shit might not be a game. I'm not, I don't think I'm playing one. For all that is only do speak to my uncle and then come back to me. Otherwise, the excruciating anticipation will tear my heart to pieces. Where's your uncle now? Why is your face doing? Your face is kind of freaking me out, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, is that a painting of yourself there? It's a little weird. I don't know, that's the correct person I need to talk to. Is that the correct person I need to talk to? Are you like, are you George?
I have a heart.
You have a what? See, this is kind of open world-y. It's really big. Most venerable doctor, it is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You need not delve into the minute of your business with us, since our family is well acquainted with your scholarly work. We are also quite aware of the difficulties you are experiencing and well prepared to do our utmost to support you. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that I'm in my contingent brother, the creator, keeper, and embodiment of all that surrounds us, has been murdered. Oh no, he been murdered. You're like the only person that's in this house at the moment, so it was you, right? Damn it, why did it have to happen just before right as I found the chance to reveal who did it? Can't believe it. It cannot be. Oh my god. My brother was murdered last night under the strangest of circumstances, but for all the mystery surrounding his death, I'd rather eschew the notion that his departure was connected with whoever visited Simon that evening. The visitor is a man of laudable rectitude and an old friend of our family. There are witnesses to testify that he and Simon did nothing but converse. Who is the visitor? Has it occurred to you that your brother could have died a natural death? Someone you know quite well, the man whom my brother saw last night was your colleague, Istor Burke. Was he not the very person to advise you to come here as well? Yes, I would have told you that I'd been brought here by the hand of fate not so long ago, and I man that I was. Istor has done more than he thinks. I have a lingering feeling that time itself is using uncontestable powers to further its own intentions. What do you think? I am no fatalist. Categories like time, nature, and fate deprive me of responsibility what goes on. So that's it with this worldview. Again, that's a big word. Like, I know this, but anywho. Could be that my mind is clouded by sorrow, but I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you, my dear doctor. Let us not blame fate for it. The store wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family, really. Why do you speak the word fate with such disgust? Let's see. Even though we were uncertain of when you would arrive, my brother was looking forward to meeting you. The tragedy may have been a consequence of the actions he took in preparation for your arrival. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which your position here depended. It is doubtably regrettable that Simon was playing on your side. So you presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed itself for a pawn, but why? My sincerest condolences to you. Is there anything I can do to help? I'm getting RPG vibes with these conversations. That's, like I said, the reason why I bought this game... Well, technically I saw my sister play Pathologic too. And I know people attack you in this game. I think they attack you at night, or maybe they do attack you during the day, but I think there's, like... At least in the second game, I think there's, like, a sickness, but it seems like there's a sickness going on in this one too, so I don't know. I guess we'll see, but... I think your goal is to figure out a mystery, kinda, and I haven't really figured out the rest of the gameplay. I know since I'm a doctor, I assume I gotta cure people, so. But I guess I'll see in due time. Do you want to help this doctor find the murderer for us? My brother Victor, who is the wing next door, would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us, and the reward will not disappoint you. Indeed, it seems there are too many coincidences. Your brother's murderer can't just as well be called the murderer of Bachelor. Dan Miskia will help you in every way. I am convinced that if there is anyone at all that can help us solve this puzzle, then it is you. The mission calls for someone as astute and inventive as yourself. If his store was an instrument of faith in Simon's murder is a message that fate intended for you personally, do not think I am inclined to blame you for that. I am not. How do you plan to look for the murder? That would have been strange to say the least. We'll take our own measures. The only thing I can expect from you is to be yourself, dealing what you think is required. Whatever you find out, whatever you do, whatever your day turns into, everything is a clue to the solution of this puzzle. I repeat, everything that is happening here is happening on your account. Fine, I'm fine with this course of action. You have my sympathy. More door. I'll touch the box. There's been a more door. Your brother's been murdered. Well, would it be symbolic? Let's see the famous doctor. Your arrivals are granted no Victor Kane at your service. I foresee that things have become ordinary for us. Will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate for that impression. You know, our small community has fallen out of the loop. Time leaves us behind. What you mean? I mean, the traditions, games that we play with passion will most likely be of no interest to you. The people you meet here may seem eccentric, naive, or even somewhat deranged. People take it easy on us, don't judge us too strictly. Hope we will be able to work in the atmosphere of mutual trust. I will do my best not to disappoint you.
There's buzzing in my ears.
How can I help you? The buzzing in your ears is not good. You probably want to swat it. Might be like a mosquito. But anywho, how can I help you? Georgie has told me everything, which it is to say he told me very little, but it was enough to astound me. He maintains that you provide a more detailed account. There's no need to worry. So you've agreed to help us. I have. May I ask why the killer's goals seem to align astonishingly well with the goals of those who've been waging war against my work for years? We share a tragedy. I want to exact vengeance upon the one that robbed me and my work of the future. I want to solve a puzzle. I even like having so little information is a challenge to my intellect. Prepare to answer any questions you may have. One was Simon last seen. Do I actually need to like write this down in case I need this for future clues? These models are killing me. I can agree. He looks kind of upset. He looks honestly like Gollum's third removed cousin or something like that. Or he looks like the model for Gollum almost, except, you know, he looks more normal, more humanoid, so that tells you a lot about a game made in 2023 when this game was made in 2005, but anywho. He sent Isidore home, then an hour later he came to this hall to see us. He announced his plans to withdraw to the Focus and receive no one. He told us not to approach the Focus and to fast for a week, partaking of neither meat nor water. Then in the morning he was found dead. How is he found? Could he have been poisoned by no meat or water? Well, if he's fasting, that's why. That's the point in no meat. Honestly, though, have fasted before. Kind of fasting without water for a week is not very... Well, you can survive without water for a couple of days, but, like, you definitely... Oh... But they couldn't have meat or water. They could still technically have juice or wine or fruit or veg. So that's really not that much of a punishment. His portrait looks like Nicolas Cage and his model is looking kind of like Christopher Walken. Gotcha. I'm just gonna before any of them dies, there will be a moment when you will be able to intervene. I know that for a fact. Who are these people? Why are you showing your teeth? Good lord, this face. Bro, you know people show their teeth as to like exert dominance. Are you trying to like assert your dominance on me or something? That doesn't matter what it was destined to happen will happen. You can be whatever you want to be, but not a coward choosing to hear no you on your way. For reality, I'll give you a list for this, but you know all these people are bound to you. What in the world is going on here? Are you trying to flirt with me? I mean, maybe you can take the... She has no teeth? Oh. I thought those were teeth. Are these not teethies? And now she's like smiling. There's a tight spring of power within each of these people. Each of these can break the routine of human existence and become something greater. They are standing on the verge of their humanity, gazing into the realm where they could serve a different higher purpose without even knowing it. Moreover, they are about to make the leap in one way or another. That's why we call it simply the bound. How is their fate bound in mind? Did you say my victory depended on them? How? Bound to die, no need to shy away from it. That is also implied. You didn't. Whatever happens, these people must love their fates. They are bound to mine. They may hold the keys to my victory in their hands. I wonder, like, if they told these people, like, that are the actors or whatever, like, hey, we're gonna take a picture of you. Just do it. And then, like, I wonder if some of them took it too seriously or was like, I'm gonna make a silly face, because, like, what a... And then this one just kind of makes me think of that fucking Mandela catalog stuff. We just can't tell with these models, right? Okay, so I'm gonna write down, these people cannot die, and I guess if they die, I will reload my game. I guess. Let's see. Let's see, there's something in particular we feel the urge to warn you about. When you speak to the bound, please choose your words carefully. Do not worry. You'll easily be able to make out what kind of person is standing before you, an observant man that you are, so use that skill when dealing with the bound. Some of these are indeed worth insulting, whereas others need to be treated with utmost respect. If I ever engage it with someone, it won't be for personal gain. Every line you utter will have consequences, and you spread rapidly around here. If you spoil your reputation in one place, you'll have to reap what you have sown in another. Restore your good name in the south, and you'll receive a warmer welcoming. In the north, they'll heed every word you say, and you will be rewarded. Handful of money. If it's not a dialogue feed, don't get me wrong. Never refuse to take small sums of money from the bound. That would not be little in you any fashion, but would rather demonstrate that you appreciate the local customs. What are the local customs? Y'all give me like really vague fucking answers, and that doesn't really help me, my dude. This town is small and rather unexceptional, isn't it? But there are all kinds of people here, the simple folk and the most remarkable ones. The former will tell you more than they know, the latter know way more than they're ever going to let out. Keep a close eye on them. Your victory depends on it. And who are these remarkable people? There are 20 something of them are easily distinguishable by their lodgings or their presence. They're called many names: the bound, the fated, the adherents, the Gobos Tagler, the town circles. Simon preferred their company to any other. Because it is that will say the fate of this town. Don't be distracted by the fact that some of them look insignificant or disreputable. They will earn their worth. You just give them time. They're the most important joints of the town. Are you telling me all this? Each day one of them will try death by the tooth. Each will put their life at risk, and each one of that dies is important. Some of them may take the keys to victory to the grave. Mind that the keys are yours while the grave is theirs. Others will do the opposite. Don't waste your chance to condemn someone who may get in your way. How do you know what is helpful and what gets in the way? Okay, alright. Dropping you more hints would be cheating. Shutting up now. Allow me to conclude that each bound you save will influence the finale of your adventure. Each of them has their own goals and motives. It may so happen that those who seek a different ending survive, and then, well, you've been warned. Okay, I'll take that into account, and we'll be careful. I won't do anything for anyone until I get to the bottom of what goes on here. I don't know how I'm gonna figure out. So I do see that I have a timer. Simon's technically the one that is dead right now, so I don't think anyone else is gonna die today. Unless someone else does die today, that'll be impressive. Then I'm wrong. But if it becomes the next day, I don't know how I would know who would die next. Like, is it like people targeting them, or are they just gonna be like, oh, I feel like unaliving myself today? Doesn't really help me. Oh. Again, multiple saves. Looks like a whatever that is. I also don't know how to figure out whoever. He's not on my list though. So it sounds like this person that I'm about to see, he's not important to my victory, so I can do the, you know, unaliving bit, I guess.